to the river. And realize that until we turn around again, all the buildings that are on the right-hand side have had to deal with the railroad tracks, the big railroads, you know. Most of these railroads were coming into town long before these buildings were a glimmer in an architect's eyes. Some of them, like the building we're passing right now, this concave building called Residences at Riverbend, DeStefano and Partners designed it as a very narrow building so that the tracks are just on the other side of the building. But the rest of them have utilized a technique whereby they purchase the air rights from the railroads to build over the tracks, and then little pieces of land in between the tracks to either support a deck like you see here on this next building, or to support the building itself. Here on the right we have a building that will be completed next year called River Point, designed by Picard Chilton. We've got this deck that's built over the tracks, the building somewhat behind the tracks, but you notice that big curve to the center of it. That's because they actually had to push that center portion out a bit to account for the possibility of some new high-speed rail lines coming in underneath that building. So they, again, had to push out a little bit. So the vertical supports of that portion of the building actually are in between what might become railroad tracks. And we'll see some buildings actually built right over the tracks in just a little bit, supported over the tracks. Now, as we come out from under the Lake Street Bridge, on the left-hand side, you see a good example of what Chicago looked like in the early part of the 20th century. It's called the Great Lakes Building from 1914. Palo Verde